Greetings. Long time no see. I want to talk about something that I've personally experienced. I've seen friends and family go through this, and there's a reason why the American people all universally are experiencing this. Political radicalization. I myself, I would say, was radicalized throughout this crisis. I used to call myself a progressive, be the Bernie bro, so to say. But throughout the dynamic in politics, seriously going through, is this worth saving? Is this workable? Is this reformable? Is this fixable? And very thoroughly, I had to come to the realization that it's a big, fat no. This neoliberal, bordering fascist state, quite literally, because now we're getting to a point where police are sanctioning and protecting private capitalist property over the people. They are proactively criminalizing homelessness. They're failing to give the needs of any amount of stimulus to the working people. Meanwhile, they have fully socialized the stock market. Trillions of dollars of assets have been dumped onto the stock market just to keep it semi-afloat. The top 100 richest people have seen their wealth grow 4 times. Rhetorical question, where has that wealth gone? I'm sure you people know. But I want to take this opportunity to talk about this, and that it's good and it's human to go through this. I myself, I would say, have been radicalized. I now call myself a Marxist, or a communist, Yes, I know the difference for those commenters. But I want to take the time to explain what had me kind of be here as a big bad red, why it's necessary and appropriate to have a full-scale working-class revolution. And I come from this from a very organic nature. I lost my job. I had many friends be gone, either passed away or lost to the pandemic. And it's made me realize the ineptitude of neoliberalism. Its failure to do anything. It's totally ineffectual in any sort of crisis. It is meant to... I'll take a step back. Neoliberalism is the perfect manifestation of what a typical neoliberal is. I'll explain. Most neoliberals, Pete Buttigieg, Hillary Clinton, or the Clintons, Obamas, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, you run down the list. They always appear to be professional, to have the image, the blank slate of professionalism. They always try to act professional. But whenever there's crisis, whenever there's needs to be met, they do everything in their power to have that not be served. Perfectly maintained to make sure people don't demand more physically, right? Maybe people will get mad on Twitter, they'll maybe change a name of a sign, but they'll never do anything substantive. I can speak. And neoliberalism is almost exactly like that. Prior to the crisis, great GDP numbers, the unemployment figure was going down, wages stagnant, real job growth been stagnant. All the job growth has been warehouse and retail work. All the industrial jobs, professional jobs, white-collar jobs have been automated, or computerized away, I guess would be a better term. Technology is getting to the point now where you don't need 50 programmers working on something. You only need 10 because our engines are getting so massive. Excuse me. You know, the existence of this would be class struggle. The struggle of working people against the ruling elite. Neoliberalism is when capitalism and the government, they're married. They may act like it's a bad marriage, but they've been together for 25 years, around the third honeymoon. So, we need to seriously stop, you know, I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to say unify the left and then leave it at there, because that means nothing. Everyone says it, not everyone does it, whatever that means. But my message to people is it's okay to be radicalized. It's okay to demand more. And right now it's necessary. We need to, you know, allow people of different lineages of your thought. So on the left, ally yourself with anarchists, with syndicalists, with Marxists, with Maoists, with, you know, ally yourself with other areas of the left. I call myself a Marxist, but I ally myself with syndicalists. I always talk with union members. I'm a paying member of the IWW. You know, take part in a party and then talk with these are your friends. If you guys are actually going to do Viva la Revolution, they're your friends. We're gonna lock arms with each other. You know, I made a post on Facebook saying syndicalism is necessary to construct a true socialist state. I believe syndicalism, it needs to still exist, because syndicalism needs revolution. It needs direct action, permanent strikes, professional unionism, union activity. What's a socialist state without that? You'll have state capitalism, the unironic way. It is unironic. Literally a state owning enterprises with no working class organization. So, Lenin himself allied himself with syndicalists and anarchists. You know, he didn't call them socialist. They didn't call themselves socialist. But he literally allied himself with them and allowed them to control many of the Soviets, the workers' councils, the unions, about, you just let them take control of what they're good at. They're good at creating working class sovereignty, working class organization, working class control. So, radicalize yourself, and then it's okay to talk to people that are going to be on the same side, but is a Leninist but not a left communist, or who's a syndicalist, or is a federal syndicalist, not an anarcho-syndicalist. So I'm making this video to just tell people, read more, talk to people. I even struggle with this. I know a lot of lefties are introverted. It's kind of a running joke, but I just want to tell the people, radicalize yourself, go at it in an organic way, and, don't think another person comes from a place that wants to undermine what you want. I will say I'm at a point of privilege. I've worked in a lot of places. I've done factory work. I've been a truck driver. I've been in food service. I've been in warehouse work. I've talked to many unions. I've talked to district leaders of unions. Actually ate dinner with pretty high-ranking members. And I was a due-paying member for UFCW for over a year at Safeway. And there's agreements, disagreements, what we need, what are we up against, so just 2 cents. I just want to get this out there. Kind of rambled on towards the end, but yeah.